Welcome to Valuable Coins All World, the place where history meets treasure. Here, every coin tells a story, from the oldest United States classics that shaped our past to the newest rare discoveries that amaze collectors today. If you love the thrill of uncovering hidden value, exploring the beauty of design, and learning the secrets behind coins worth fortunes, then you're in the right place. Join us as we dive deep into the world of rare U.S. coins, both old and new, and reveal the fascinating details that make them priceless. Top 1. The story of American coins is filled with mystery, history, and incredible value, and among them, the Washington Quarter from 1966 holds a very special place. This coin, though seemingly ordinary to the casual eye, has captured the attention of collectors, historians, and treasure seekers all over the world. Every coin minted in that year carries with it the fascinating history of the mid-1960s, a period of transformation for U.S. coinage. The Washington Quarter first appeared in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. It quickly became a standard circulating coin and one of the most recognized pieces of American currency. By the time 1966 arrived, this quarter had already seen decades of history, but this particular year gave it a unique position in numismatic circles. During the 1960s, the United States went through a significant change in coin production. For many years, quarters were made of 90% silver, but rising silver prices forced the U.S. Mint to make a bold decision. In 1965, silver was removed from the quarter, and the coin was struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition instead. The 1966 Washington Quarter was one of the first full years of this new non-silver coinage. This sudden change created confusion and fascination among the public. Some people hoarded older silver quarters, while others wondered whether the new clad quarters would hold any real future value. Collectors, however, understood that transitional periods in coinage often produce rare and valuable pieces. The 1966 quarter became part of this transition story. Unlike the quarters from earlier years, the 1966 issue carried no mint mark. That was intentional. During this time, the U.S. Mint decided to remove mint marks from coins temporarily in order to discourage collectors from hoarding specific mint varieties. That decision alone makes the 1966 quarter an intriguing collectible because it represents a short period in American numismatic history when mint marks vanished. Millions of Washington quarters were produced in 1966, but only a fraction of them survived in pristine, high-grade condition. Everyday circulation wore down most of them, leaving scratches, dings, and loss of sharp detail. That is why finding a coin from this year in superb, untouched quality is an extraordinary event. It is not just a coin. It is a preserved piece of history. The design of the Washington Quarter remains iconic. On the obverse side, you see the bust of George Washington, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. The profile is strong and noble, symbolizing the leadership and legacy of the first U.S. president. Around his portrait, the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" remind everyone of the nation's enduring values. The reverse side of the 1966 quarter features a bold heraldic eagle, wings spread proudly with arrows clutched in its talons. This symbol of American strength and readiness has long been admired by collectors. Above the eagle is the word United States of America, while E pluribus unum and quarter dollar appear below. Together, these words and designs create one of the most striking appearances in U.S. coinage. Although the design may not have changed much, the metal within the coin did. This new copper-nickel-clad composition made the coin more resistant to everyday wear, but it also stripped away the intrinsic silver value. While older silver quarters carried worth based on their metal, the 1966 quarter had to rely on rarity, condition, and historical context to gain true collector value. Collectors and dealers often search for error coins from this year. Errors such as double strikes, off-center strikes, or coins struck on leftover silver planchets can transform an ordinary quarter into a high-value rarity. These rare mistakes, combined with the already unique status of the 1966 quarter, make it a thrilling target for treasure hunters. One of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting is the possibility that someone might hold a fortune without even knowing it. A simple 1966 quarter found in loose change may seem ordinary, but under the right circumstances, If it is a rare error, a high-grade uncirculated piece, or a coin with unusual toning, it could be worth far more than face value. This sense of mystery fuels the passion of collectors everywhere. Over the years, grading agencies like PCGS and NGC have certified some 1966 quarters in mint state condition. These coins often display sharp details, bright luster, and minimal contact marks. Such qualities are what separate a normal pocket change coin from a true numismatic treasure. The higher the grade, the higher the value. The thrill of owning a rare Washington quarter is more than just financial gain. It connects collectors with history, with the story of how America adapted to changing economic times, and with the enduring symbol of George Washington. It's not just a coin. It's a living piece of national heritage. For those who are new to coin collecting, it is important to know how to identify key characteristics of a valuable 1966 quarter. Look for sharp edges on Washington's hair curls, clear details on the eagle's feathers, and an even surface free of heavy scratches. These traits can dramatically increase a coin's desirability. Another factor that raises the value of the 1966 quarter is its scarcity and high-grade condition. Even though millions were made, most were heavily circulated, making pristine examples very rare. This rarity drives collectors to pay extraordinary prices when such coins appear at auction. Auction houses have seen fierce bidding wars over these coins, especially when an example is graded at the highest levels. Collectors from around the world eagerly compete, pushing prices far beyond expectations. This demonstrates just how powerful the allure of a single coin can be. Stories have surfaced of people discovering valuable 1966 quarters in old coin jars, inherited collections, or forgotten drawers. These discoveries fuel the dream that anyone could stumble upon a small piece of history worth an astonishing sum. That possibility keeps the excitement alive for collectors of all ages. The Washington Quarter of 1966 is more than just pocket change. It is a symbol of American history, a product of economic change, and a reflection of the artistry of U.S. coinage. Its journey from everyday circulation to the auction block reveals the unpredictable and exciting world of coin collecting. Every collector knows that condition, rarity, and demand determine a coin's true value. The 1966 quarter checks all these boxes in the right circumstances. Its link to the silver transition, its mint mark absence, and its potential for error varieties all contribute to its mystique and desirability. The fascinating aspect of coin collecting is that the value is not always obvious. A plain-looking coin might be a hidden treasure, while another with scratches and where may only be worth face value. The 1966 quarter keeps collectors guessing, always pushing them to examine each detail closely. For more than half a century, this coin has been part of American wallets, purses, and pockets. Yet, the rare survivors in immaculate condition have become sought-after jewels in coin collections. They are no longer just coins. They are investments and historical artifacts. Holding such a quarter in your hand is like holding a time capsule from 1966. It carries with it the echoes of an era of change, the weight of tradition, and the promise of enduring value. This connection is what makes numismatics such a captivating hobby. Collectors often share stories of their finds, and the 1966 quarter continues to feature prominently in these tales. Whether discovered at a flea market, inherited from a grandparent, or won at an auction, it always brings excitement and pride to its new owner. Even for those who may never own one of the rarest examples, the 1966 Washington quarter remains an inspiring symbol. It proves that something so small can carry immense history, artistry, and potential value. That is the magic of American coins. The journey of this quarter from everyday circulation to legendary collector's item reflects the unpredictable nature of numismatics. It reminds us that treasures are often hidden in plain sight, waiting to be discovered by those who appreciate their worth. In conclusion, the Washington quarter dollar from 1966 stands as a reminder of America's numismatic heritage and the surprises it holds. It may look like an ordinary coin, but to collectors, it is a symbol of rarity, transition, and incredible value. And today, some examples of this coin have reached the astounding price of $185,000. Top 2. The year 1971 marked a fascinating chapter in American history, And among the many everyday objects that passed through the hands of citizens, the Washington Quarter stood out as a piece of artistry, history, and hidden treasure. To most people, it was simply a coin used to buy a soda or pay a parking meter, but to collectors it became much more than just pocket change. The Washington Quarter had already been a fixture of American coinage since 1932, when it was introduced to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, the coin's obverse presented a strong profile of the nation's first president, a design that would remain unchanged for decades. By 1971, the Washington Quarter had become one of the most recognized and trusted coins in the world. But the 1971 quarter was different from its predecessors in one important way. It carried the legacy of change in American money. Just a few years earlier, the U.S. Mint had removed silver from circulating quarters, shifting to a copper-nickel-clad composition. This meant the coin no longer held intrinsic silver value, but had to stand on its history, rarity, and unique qualities to capture collectors' attention. The economic conditions of the early 1970s shaped this coin as well. Inflation, rising metal prices, and growing demand for circulating coinage led the mint to produce large numbers of quarters. Yet despite their abundance, certain examples from 1971 became extraordinary because of their pristine condition, unique minting quirks, and scarcity in high grades. That on the obverse side of the coin, the familiar portrait of Washington radiates strength and dignity. The inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" surround his profile, symbols of American ideals that have endured for centuries. The date, 1971, sits proudly at the bottom, forever tying the coin to a remarkable year in U.S. history. The reverse of the coin displays the powerful heraldic eagle, wings spread wide with arrows clutched in its talons. Above the eagle appears United States of America, while E pluribus unum lies between the eagle's wings. At the bottom rests the denomination, $quarter. This timeless design reflects both national pride and enduring artistry. While most 1971 quarters were used heavily in circulation, some were struck with such precision and survived with such care that they became treasures of immense value. Collectors call these high-grade examples mint state coins, and they are the ones that command attention in auctions and private sales. The difference between a pocket-worn quarter and a gem-quality coin is vast. Coin grading plays a crucial role in separating ordinary from extraordinary. Agencies like PCGS and NGC evaluate these coins under strict conditions, assigning grades based on luster, strike quality, and absence of blemishes. A 1971 quarter in top mint condition is far rarer than one might think, considering the millions that were produced. Errors also add to the allure of the 1971 quarter. Minting mistakes like off-center strikes, double strikes, or coins struck on leftover planchets from other denominations can turn a normal coin into a highly prized rarity. These error coins are eagerly sought after and often bring jaw-dropping prices at auctions. Collectors love the thrill of the hunt, and the 1971 quarter embodies that excitement. It's possible that a rare variety or high-grade coin could still be sitting unnoticed in someone's change jar, waiting for discovery. The dream of finding such a coin fuels the passion of numismatists and casual collectors alike. What makes this coin so interesting is the story it tells. By 1971, the United States had fully transitioned from silver quarters to clad coinage, marking a new era. The 1971 Washington Quarter reflects not just currency, but also the economic adjustments of its time, making it a symbol of resilience and adaptation. Even though it no longer contains silver, the 1971 quarter carried cultural and historical weight. It was present in daily life, used in stores, vending machines, gas stations, and countless small transactions, making it a coin of the people. Yet, hidden among the ordinary were examples that would eventually rise to incredible value. Auction records reveal that collectors have been willing to pay astonishing amounts for 1971 quarters in flawless condition. These coins, preserved against the odds, shine with brilliance and stand as works of art as much as pieces of currency. The competition to own such examples can be fierce, with bidding wars driving prices higher and higher. For those who are new to coin collecting, the 1971 quarter is an excellent example of how condition matters above all. Two coins of the same year can have wildly different values. one worth only 25 cents and the other worth thousands. This contrast makes the pursuit of coins endlessly fascinating. The Washington Quarter has always been about more than money. It is about heritage, design, and connection to the nation's story. In 1971, the coin became a bridge between past and future, linking the silver era of earlier years to the clad composition that continues today. Collectors appreciate not just the rarity, but also the craftsmanship of the coin. The fine details of Washington's hair, the sharpness of the eagle's feathers, and the shine of a well-preserved surface all contribute to the magic of owning one. Each high-quality 1971 quarter is like a miniature time capsule from over half a century ago. It is fascinating to imagine where these coins have traveled. Some may have passed through the hands of soldiers, students, workers, and families. Others may have been tucked away, unnoticed, only to resurface decades later as treasures worth staggering amounts. The journey of a single coin can be as remarkable as its value. Stories abound of collectors finding rare 1971 quarters in inherited collections, coin rolls, or even everyday change. These tales of discovery remind us that hidden wealth can be just around the corner, waiting for a keen eye to spot it. This possibility keeps the world of numismatics exciting and alive. The demand for rare and valuable coins has only grown over the years, and the 1971 quarter has carved out its place among the treasures. Its role in the broader story of American coinage ensures it will never be forgotten, and its potential value keeps collectors searching tirelessly. Some may wonder why anyone would pay so much for a single coin. The answer lies in rarity, condition, and desire. A coin like the 1971 quarter is not just metal. It is art, history, and investment wrapped into one small piece. The emotional connection collectors feel only adds to its allure. Holding such a coin in your hand is like holding a piece of American heritage. It carries with it the pride of a nation, the artistry of its mint, and the resilience of its economy. The 1971 quarter embodies all of these things, making it so much more than a mere 25 cents. Over 5 decades later, the 1971 Washington Quarter continues to inspire collectors around the world. Its enduring charm proves that coins can be windows into history, bridges to the past, and treasures for the future. Every coin tells a story, and this one tells a particularly powerful tale. Even for those who never find the rarest examples, the 1971 quarter remains an educational and inspiring part of coin collecting. It teaches the importance of paying attention, valuing details, and appreciating history in unexpected places. This makes it a coin worth talking about, studying, and cherishing. The magic of numismatics is that something so small can hold so much meaning. A single quarter can connect generations, spark curiosity, and even change someone's life financially. The 1971 Washington Quarter proves this beyond doubt, capturing both hearts and wallets with its significance. As coin collecting continues to grow in popularity, the legend of the 1971 quarter will only strengthen. It is a coin that has earned respect in the community, not only for its design, but also for its rare and valuable survivors. The stories surrounding it will be told for years to come. From its striking design to its hidden rarities, the 1971 Washington Quarter is a coin that deserves attention. It may have started as an ordinary piece of currency, but today it stands tall as one of the most interesting and valuable quarters of the clad era. In the end, this coin is more than just metal. It is a piece of the American dream. It shows that history, artistry, and luck can combine to create treasures beyond imagination. It reminds us to always look closely, because value can be found in the most unexpected places. So, when you see a Washington quarter dated 1971, don't just think of it as small change. Think of the history it represents, the rarity it might hold, and the stories it carries from the past half-century. Because within that little coin could lie a hidden fortune. And today, the most extraordinary examples of the United States of America Washington quarter dollar from 1971 have reached the unbelievable price of $145,000. Top 3. The Washington quarter of 1979 might seem like just another coin in the endless stream of American currency, but hidden beneath its common appearance lies a story filled with intrigue, history, and immense value. While millions of these coins were produced, A select few have become treasures worth astonishing sums in the world of numismatics. By 1979, the Washington Quarter had already been in circulation for nearly 5 decades. First struck in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday, the design by sculptor John Flanagan had become a true symbol of American coinage. Its timeless style and historic relevance made it one of the most collected coins in the United States. The 1979 issue arrived during a fascinating time for the U.S. Mint. The nation had firmly transitioned away from silver coinage more than a decade earlier, and quarters were now struck in copper-nickel-clad composition. While this meant the metal itself had no intrinsic silver value, it also opened the door for rarities, minting quirks, and high-grade examples to shine in the collector market. The obverse of the 1979 quarter proudly displays the bold bust of George Washington. His profile, chiseled and noble, reflects both strength and leadership. Surrounding the portrait are the inscriptions "Liberty" above and "In God We Trust" to the side, while the date, 1979, rests just below the neckline. This classic image made the coin instantly recognizable in American pockets. On the reverse, the heraldic eagle dominates the design, wings outstretched in a powerful display. Arrows are clutched in its talons, representing America's readiness to defend itself, while E pluribus unum appears between its wings. Above is United States of America, and below, quarter dollar. The detail and artistry make this design an enduring favorite among collectors. Even though these coins circulated widely, it is their survival in exceptional condition that has made some 1979 quarters worth extraordinary amounts. Most coins became worn from everyday use, exchanged countless times for gas, groceries, or small purchases. But a few remained untouched, kept aside in pristine condition, and today those examples stand out as priceless gems. Collectors prize coins graded in mint state condition, where every detail of Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers remains sharp. A brilliant luster and lack of scratches can elevate a coin's value dramatically. The difference between a circulated 1979 quarter and a mint state coin is like night and day in terms of worth. Error coins from 1979 add yet another layer of intrigue. During production, mistakes sometimes occurred, creating coins that were double-struck, struck off-center, or even made on the wrong planchets. These rare oddities are among the most valuable and sought-after treasures, often drawing fierce competition at auctions. One fascinating fact is that both the Philadelphia and Denver mints produced quarters in 1979, with the Denver coins marked by a small D mint mark. Coins from both facilities are collectible, but high-grade examples from either location can fetch impressive sums when certified by professional grading services. The role of coin grading agencies like PCGS and NGC cannot be overstated. They carefully examine each coin, assigning grades on a scale that determines value. A 1979 quarter graded at the top of the scale is far rarer than one might expect, considering the millions minted. These top-tier examples can command jaw-dropping prices. The appeal of the 1979 quarter lies in its ability to surprise. A coin that looks ordinary to an untrained eye could actually be worth a fortune if it possesses the right qualities. That is the magic of coin collecting. Hidden treasures disguised as everyday change. Collectors often dream of finding such rarities tucked away in old coin jars, inherited collections, or forgotten rolls of quarters. The possibility of turning 25 cents into thousands of dollars makes every coin hunt exciting and worthwhile. The 1979 quarter also represents a bridge between decades of American history. It stands firmly in the clad coinage era, yet it carries the traditional design that dates back to 1932. This continuity adds to its appeal, reminding us of the nation's enduring symbols and values. Stories of remarkable 1979 quarters discovered in the wild only add fuel to the fascination. Tales of lucky finds at flea markets or inside family coin collections inspire collectors to keep searching, always hoping for the big discovery that could change everything. Beyond its financial value, this coin holds cultural and historical significance. It represents the everyday lives of Americans in the late 1970s, a period of shifting economies, changing technologies, and evolving styles. Each 1979 quarter carries with it the spirit of that time. Imagine holding such a coin in your hand. You are not just touching a piece of metal. You are connecting with history, artistry, and the possibility of great fortune. This emotional connection makes the 1979 quarter more than just currency. It becomes a symbol of discovery. Collectors love to share their passion, and the 1979 Washington quarter continues to spark conversations in numismatic circles. Whether admired for its design, its historical context, or its potential value, it holds a firm place in the world of American coins that as the years pass. High-grade examples of this coin only become rarer. Each time a pristine specimen is found and certified, it reminds us that treasures are still out there, hidden in plain sight, waiting for someone to recognize their worth. The excitement of owning a rare and valuable coin cannot be overstated. It brings pride, joy, and a sense of connection to the larger story of American money. For many collectors, the 1979 quarter is a perfect example of why numismatics is such a rewarding pursuit. Even for those who may never own one of the most valuable examples, studying and appreciating the 1979 quarter offers insight into design, minting history, and the fascinating world of coins. Knowledge itself becomes part of the reward. In the grand scheme of coin collecting, the Washington Quarter series is one of the most beloved, and the 1979 issue stands as a vital part of that legacy. It bridges tradition with modernity, offering something for everyone, whether casual collectors or serious investors. The lessons learned from the 1979 quarter extend beyond coins. They remind us to look closely, to value details, and to never underestimate the ordinary. Within the everyday can lie the extraordinary, just waiting to be noticed. It is precisely this mystery that makes the 1979 quarter so captivating. A small coin that countless people overlooked has the power to astonish when preserved in rare perfection or struck with a unique error. That is the wonder of numismatics. Over 4 decades later, this coin continues to capture imaginations. It is proof that even in modern times, treasures are still being discovered, and the story of coin collecting is far from over. The 1979 Washington Quarter will always hold its place in that ongoing journey. Collectors know that when it comes to coins, patience and knowledge are key. The rewards can be incredible, and the thrill of the hunt never fades. The 1979 quarter embodies this pursuit perfectly, offering excitement, history, and the potential for fortune. Every coin has a story, and the story of the 1979 Washington Quarter is one of endurance, discovery, and value beyond measure. It continues to inspire collectors young and old, reminding us that even the smallest objects can carry the greatest meaning. In conclusion, the 1979 quarter is more than just a piece of American change. It is a coin that represents history, artistry, and incredible potential. It remains a symbol of the surprises hidden within everyday life, waiting for the right eyes to see them. And today, the most extraordinary examples of the United States of America Washington quarter dollar from 1979 have been valued at the unbelievable price of $115,000.